Daniel Wright, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey y'all, how you doing? I only got 4 pieces for y'all, and the first is the title poem from my first collection, Rodeo the Soul, and well, that's it's titled Rodeo the Soul. I see egos run like wild horses, never knowing which way to turn and trampling over so much. Friends you've turned into false prophets make you want to run away to have a moment to yourself. Innocent stories cause you trouble when you tell them to people who haven't lived. A sense of humor is left in the cigarettes you can't smoke anymore. Someone call me a dream as I dive in moonlit waves to let the world leave me be. I'll always feel for old Hip Street, but now I must search for somewhere I can go where no one knows my mask of shame, at least not yet. Rants come first and poetry comes later. Bullets start wars as words try to end them. The rodeo of the soul tells you of divine mysteries begging to be discovered, where stars and wind flow through your hair as you search in the cracked windows of warehouse eyes for answers to questions that haven't been asked. Never letting yourself up only brings you down. Overwhelming silence is all you hear when it all comes crashing down. Hibernation is not allowed. Nation now more woke than a Spike Lee joint. After peace of mind comes peace of soul. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this next one is based on a very drunken evening I had, and it's called I Was Told. I was told I drank too much before friends revealed that was partly their fault because they didn't want to drink alone and wanted to see just how far I could go. I was told that I put my arm around a friend and told them that we were surrounded by Cthulhu walls. I was asked later what that meant. Hell if I know. I was told I made an idiot of myself last night as I kept running around like a madman, bar hopping between the 3 bars on the same block because each bar had different people I knew. I was told that I laughed as friends punched me in the dick in retaliation for my punching them in the dick. I was told that I made it in time to puke into a storm drain because the bathrooms were full up.
I got this, buddy.
When I woke up the next day, I apparently also puked in front of my TV, the hallway, and a little bit next to my bed. I wish I could say some smart-ass thing I could say about all this, but my head's still killing me, so screw it, I'm going back to bed. Thank you.
Woo!
So right before COVID hit, I went all around the country, and because I'm a fan of the blues, I decided to go where Robert Johnson supposedly sold his soul to the devil, and this poem is about that. It's called 6149.
Karate Kid.
Trekking across the skull of the continent, round the devil's elbow, bound for New Orleans, with old blues highway roads on fire. Everything is out there if you tune to the right frequency. Making sure to pass through the devil's crossroads, getting on 61 in Memphis and going south until we see where souls have been sold. I imagine that we'd see some young man with a guitar standing at the edge of the road, and I'd ask him if he'd be waiting for the devil. He'd say, well, the devil sometimes comes around these parts, but not if there's any other people around there. He hates crowds. And I would tell him, well, I can relate. But when we got there, all we actually saw was a bunch of middle-aged white men taking pictures next to a giant sign with 3 blue guitars to make sure you know this is the crossroads, some with their guitars and a glimmer in their eyes that at that moment they could almost be Eric Clapton. My friend turned on 49, made his way down to Mississippi Highway 1 until we hit the crossroads at Rosedale, where some say the real crossroads actually are. But all that was there was a small grocery store, a middle school, a sign for a Piggly Wiggly just off in the distance, and the faint notion that the devil, if he ever was there, hadn't been down this way in a long time. Thank you.
Hey!
So I never thought I'd write a poem about Star Wars, but I did, and it's a short one. This is one I might close out on. It's entitled Special Edition. I used to be super critical of the Star Wars Special Editions and any other additional changes George Lucas made to a trilogy that was, in my mind, perfect. Then one day, I sent a poem out for publication, and 5 seconds later, I saw how I could improve it. I'm not as critical anymore. Thank you guys so much. That's all I got tonight. You guys are awesome. Thank you, New York. Good night.